Hi YouTubers, it's Alan again. It's a little video to introduce you to the thought that you might like to try some herbal tobacco, or do as I do and use it to mix it with other tobacco. Considering the price on tobacco in Britain today, well, it makes more sense to mix it with something a lot cheaper. Makes it go a lot further, especially if you happen to be a pensioner like me. I'm drinking a cappuccino. I'll drink that in a minute. This is a Coltfoot. Can you see that? Open it up. There's a very distinctive smell, which is not great, but if you wanted to smoke it as it is, you can. I would suggest, if you want to try this out, you buy the Coltfoot. You can get it in health shops, or you can get it online. Just Google it, you'll find it. And when you get it, I put it in a bowl and just rub it down with your hands as much as you can. Get it as fine as you can. Take out any little stalks or anything you find in it. And then if you want to smoke it as it is, I would suggest that you put a teaspoon of honey into a glass, put a little warm water with it, mix it up well, and you'll sprinkle that over it. You don't want to get it soaking wet, but you want to mix it up a bit. Then mix it up with your fingers, mix it in well. Then put it somewhere to dry overnight. I put it on a mantelpiece over where the fire, we got a coal fire, so it's ticking over there. It dries out enough overnight to make it smokable. You can mix molasses with it if you want. Maybe if you want to add a bit of drop of whiskey to it, I'd rather drink the whiskey myself, but some do. Now then, you can either smoke it as it is, and that's fine, and it's quite good for clearing the lungs, they say. Or you can do as I do very often, mix it up with other tobaccos. Now if you like mild tobacco, as I do, then you can get a strong tobacco such as Condor and mix. You have to decide on what sort of mix you want, how strong you want it and how strong you don't want it. I suggest about half and half with something as strong as Condor. Mix it up together, mix it in well, and then smoke it as it is. So then you'll have a taste of the Condor, but it won't be as strong as it would normally. I've been smoking it today in with a little bit of a mix of amphora. Just a small amount of amphora, a small amount of this in quite a small church warden. Yesterday I was smoking it as it was because I felt a bit chesty, so I didn't want to smoke anything too strong. And I smoked the Coltfoot as it was, and you can just smoke it as it is. Now I've been buying stuff like Earth Impact, Mellow Yellow, other herbal tobaccos to mix in with the other stronger tobaccos. Although they're not expensive, they're more expensive than Coltfoot, and I think it's just as well buying Coltfoot, which is a lot cheaper. You can buy quite a lot of this for a very reasonable price. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I bought it in a health shop in Carmarthen quite a while back, and I think it's just as well to mix this. If you want to try that, I mean, it's individual taste, it's up to you. But if you want to try mixing it with other tobaccos, I think it's the cheapest way of doing it. It'll make your tobacco go twice as far. And the price on it in this country, well, it's about 3 times the price it is in American place, and probably a lot more than that in other places. So, it's an idea, it's a thought. For what it's worth, that's my pennyworth for the day. If you want to try it, try it. If you don't, don't. But nice cup of cappuccino there. It's a thought for the day anyway. Weather has not been good here. It's been freezing cold. It's officially the start of summer today. The summertime has started and it's freezing cold outside. It was the coldest on record in a part of Scotland yesterday, and it's been pretty cold here. It's down to freezing every night. Not a bit like summer at all. So we're hoping that we've had the coldest March in over 50 years, So and last March it was absolutely scorching, so you can't go by the weather in this country. One year it can be freezing cold, next year it can be lovely and warm in the same month. But we're hoping this is how it used to be. This is how I remember it when I was a youngster. March, freezing. March winds will blow and we will have snow. That was the saying, you know. And if you had a cold March, then more or less you could guarantee you'd have a good summer. So I'm hoping that this is the way it's going to be this year. We certainly didn't have a summer last year. It rained, rained, rained. We had the wettest summer in recorded history. Wettest year, I should say, not summer. It rained all year. So you've had a terrible lot of rain, a lot of flooding around throughout the country. So it's affected farming a great deal. It's affected the price of food and everything else. So just hoping that we get some good weather this year. Anyway, that's my little thought for the day. If you want to try it, coltsfoot. Give it a shot. You never know. You might find it's a good way of mixing up your tobacco, making it go a bit further. So until the next time, this is Alan saying, take care all of you. See you next time.